Welcome back to JW World News. My name is Vern, and today we'll be talking about arsons. Arsons at Jehovah's Witnesses Kingdom Halls in the USA and in Canada. So we're going to talk about three arsons. We're going to look at the first arson here is in, and we can just zoom into the world map here. So here we are, the United States. We're going to zoom all the way into Arizona. Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson.
And this is the first
Tucson.
series of arsons that we're going to talk about. And so here's the article. It says Tucson, Arizona. On June 24th, detectives identified 31-year-old Edison J. Thomas as a suspect in an arson investigation. After a search warrant, Thomas was taken into custody and booked into Pima County Adult Detention Complex. He is facing 2 felony offenses, 1 count of arson on an occupied structure, and 1 count of aggravated criminal damage. On June 24th, Pima County Sheriff deputies responded to assist fire personnel with a reported fire at a house of worship. The fire was reported at around 12:45 a.m. at the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses at 1743 West Wetmore Road. And deputies were able to extinguish the fire prior to the fire department arriving, but the fire was determined to be suspicious. The suspect, who had now been identified as Edison J. Thomas, had been captured by the security camera approaching the building. So all Kingdom Halls, all buildings nowadays, in fact, most homes have security camera doorbells. So, for criminals nowadays, it's very difficult for them to be criminals because they're going to get caught. And there's better ways of carrying out anger and inward feelings of hate rather than burning down buildings and harming property and going to jail and serving time for this nonsense. The best way is to deal with what's happening in your mind, and there's many help places to do that. Now, I just want to say in this video, in the descriptions of this video, we also host a helpline for those that are getting out of religion and that are confused and that are angry. It's free of charge. Get involved. And we also host on this channel 2 lives, one on Saturday and one on Tuesday nights. We have an excellent community. We invite all of you to attend. So we're going to carry on with this Tucson. We're going to play a little video of what happened here.
She's saying, Tucson, you idiot.
Is investigating a suspicious fire at the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses on Wetmore near Romero Road. Officials say the fire started early this morning. Details are really limited right now, but we're told the fire happened inside the entrance of the building. We'll, of course, keep you updated on air and online as we learn more information.
So there's not a lot of information there on this. Now, this is very recent news. This was here just in June. I want to get the date here for you. Now, this happened June 25th is when this was posted, and it was updated June 26th. Now, it actually happened on the 21st, I believe. Yeah, on June 21st is when this arson happened. So it just happened the other day. Now, this leads one to believe, is this a one-off? Is this just something that's just happened? Well, we got researching this, and there's a lot of arsons at Kingdom Halls. Now, the next one we're going to go to look at is Olympia, and this was. We'll take a look at this article. This one happened on March of 2018, and again on July 3rd of 2018. So we'll take a look at this one. Now, this here is out of Seattle. Now, if you don't know where Seattle is, it's out of the state of Washington. And this is where we're going to look at this article. So let's take a look at this. It says, Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall arson leads to hate crime charges for Olympia man. The 50-year-old man is already in custody for firearm offenses. And let's just take a look at this.
Witness Kingdom Hall was set on fire in Olympia, and another
A Jehovah Witness Kingdom Hall was set on fire in Olympia, and another Kingdom Hall hit with 35 rifle rounds in Yelm. It's just two examples in a string of attacks that first started in March of 2018.
We became involved because of the arsons on a religious building.
At the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, Jonathan T. McPherson is the special agent in charge of the Seattle Field Division. He says 8 separate attacks happened over the course of more than 2 years. In one case, a surveillance camera was rolling as a masked man set a fire in 4 minutes' time before running away. Investigators put out this wanted poster.
Mr. Lays was the person in those photos.
50-year-old Michael Lays of Olympia. He's actually been in federal custody since September of 2021 when he was arrested for possession of an unregistered short-barrel shotgun.
When he was arrested for that charge, the investigation continued, and additional evidence was developed that led us to confirm that Mr. Lays was the primary suspect.
The damage and destruction did have an emotional impact.
It was actually really devastating to drive by and see my place of worship. My home was burned down.
But in the years since, there's been an effort to rebound and rebuild. And for ATF,
the case agent in particular essentially worked this investigation from day one.
After a lengthy investigation, the case is now headed to a federal courtroom. And a U.S. spokesperson for Jehovah's Witnesses did release a statement today saying that they are thankful for the tireless efforts of law enforcement in this case. Reporting live in Seattle, Natalie Swayze, King 5 News.
So there we have the news broadcast on this. This was actually a little bit older news. And this was this Olympian man. He was federally indicted for 3 arsons that destroyed Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Halls. So he was charged, as Michael Lays was charged with 3 counts of damage to religious property, including the use of fire, and 3 counts of using fire to commit a federal felony. And according to the documents, Lay allegedly set fire to 2 different Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Halls on 3 separate occasions. The Kingdom Hall of Tumwater on March 19, 2018, and a Kingdom Hall of Olympia on March 19th of 2018, and again, July 3rd, 2018. So this guy was really out to get the Kingdom Halls. Now, there's nothing here that indicates that he was affiliated with the Kingdom Halls or anything. So I'm yet curious to see what was behind this fella's motive. You know, what was going on upstairs, what caused him to, and I'm sure the authorities are looking into this as we speak. Now, it says Lays was indicted in October in connection with the 2018 shooting that damaged at a Kingdom Hall in Yelm. So that was the one where he went in and shot the Kingdom Hall up. And he allegedly fired approximately 35 rifle rounds at the worship center, causing over $10,000 in damage on May 15, 2018. Wow. And he was charged with 1 count of damage to religious property and 1 count of use of firearm in relation to a crime. So Lays was also previously charged with 1 count of unlawful possession of an unregistered firearm and has been in federal custody since his arrest on September 8th, 2021. Now, if convicted, Lays faces a sentence of up to 20 years in prison for each charge of damage to religious property. The unlawful possession of firearm charge could carry up to 10 years in prison if he is convicted. The U.S. spokesman for Jehovah's Witnesses, Robert Hendricks, released a statement saying they are thankful for the law enforcement for persistence in solving the case. The statement read, and it says, "We commend them for never giving up on the investigation over the past several years. Persons of faith gathering in house of worship have the right to feel safe and be safe. This indictment is one more step to ensure that our Kingdom Halls remain that safe spiritual and physical place for our congregations in the community. We're thrilled to see thousands of volunteers from half a dozen states coalescing to rebuild our Kingdom Halls." So there were a total of 7 reported attacks dating back to March 19, 2018. So, wow, and they list them all here. I'll list these articles in the bottom descriptions. So we're going to move on to the next article. Yeah, there's another one. And we're going to go all the way over to Hamilton. Now, there's two Hamiltons. There's one in the US and one in Canada. Now, this Hamilton is in Toronto, the Greater Toronto area. And as we see here, it's in Canada. So here's the Hamilton area that we're looking at. And we're going to look at this one. And this one goes back to, this is 2022. So this is not too long ago, August 10th, 2022. So the Hamilton police are searching for a serial arsonist setting fires at Jehovah's Witnesses church, it says. The Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses has been set on fire twice in 2 days, the police say. And here's a picture of it right here. We'll look at a little video. Hamilton police say officers are searching for a serial arsonist after a man ignited fires at the Kingdom Halls of Jehovah's Witness place of worship in the city's St. Clair neighborhood twice in 2 days. Police say that the first fire took place on August 4th at about 10:30 p.m., and surveillance video released by the police appears to show a man outside the church on Delaware Avenue. He appears to spray paint over the building and set a fire in front of the doorway, leaving the scene on foot. And police say he had a black reusable bag with white lettering. Now, there's a picture of him right there, and we'll take a look at a video. The next day, police say the suspect tried to set another fire at the front entrance of the building at around 9:30 p.m., and he reportedly had a yellow shopping bag with a black lettering on it. Police described the suspect as a man with light skin with medium height and weight. They say he had no facial hair and was wearing a black hooded sweatshirt with Hockey Canada emblem, and he was also wearing dark pants and dark shoes. There's the Kingdom Hall. So investigators are asking people nearby to check security footage during August 4th around 10:30 p.m. and August 5th around 9:30 p.m. And police say anyone with information can contact them. So of course, I'm not sure what's happened yet on this, but this isn't too long ago. And here's some of the video footage I found. Now there's no audio here, but it's just the video footage off the camera. So there's the guy coming in, putting a bag down. Now he's lighting it with a lighter. I don't know what he's got in there. Some kind of a... Well, if he's setting fire to the Kingdom Hall with this, it must kind of blow up or something. So now he's running away. He set the wick. And this shows him coming to another entrance, the front door, and doing the same thing on the front door. So for all of those people out there that think they're not being seen, there's cameras all over the place. Like, people are going to get caught. And everyone has cameras on their doors. There's cameras down the street. And then the police collaborate with everyone in the neighborhood, and pretty soon they have the suspect. So folks, it's not worth it. Crime does not pay in whatever shape or form. And if it's people that are upset and confused in their minds, there are outlets. As I said before, we have a helpline on this channel. I used to be a Jehovah's Witness myself for 30 years. And now I'm shunned by lots of people. And at one time, it did make me angry, and I had to deal with all of these feelings and get them out. And now here I am talking about it and laughing about it on this channel. But at any rate, all of us carry some kind of a program in us. For a lot of us, we carry different religious programs, but some of us carry other programs. So our minds become programmed by many different things. But these are not excuses for us to get out of a religion or to get out of something and to inflict property damage, and to go after people and to do things like that are criminally enlaced. These are certainly not traits that Jesus taught. So that's what we do on this channel. We like to follow the exemplary Christ Jesus, who taught love. And our favorite saying is, until next time, keep living your life with love. Bye for now.